I really so much appreciate you guys wanting to spend some of your weekend with me. Thank you so much. This video may be a little bit later than normal as I just signed up for TubeBuddy. I've been on YouTube for quite some time, but I'm just very organic. I just create videos that I think are interesting, and I've never really focused so much on getting subscribers and trying to monetize and stuff. And so now I'm kind of playing around with learning more about what works on YouTube. So you may have noticed recently that a lot of my thumbnails are starting to adjust and look a little different. My titles are starting to adjust and look a little different. And as I learn through more of that, thanks to TubeBuddy that I'm using, some of my timing and my schedule may end up changing as well. Hi Sequels friends, welcome back to my channel. It is so wonderful to have you here again, and thank you so much for tuning in this Saturday. If you happen to be new, my name is Heather and I am a part-time reseller across various online platforms, and I like to share my part-time reselling journey here with you on YouTube. It is the start of a new month, and you know what that means. It is time to talk about what sold for the previous month. So this is what sold for a part-time reseller for April. As per usual, we'll start out here with some numbers, and then we'll go into sales by category and platform, and then I'll show you my top selling BOLOs, items to be out on the lookout for that put more than $20 after platform fees and the like into my pocket. So we'll get started with the numbers here. Overall, for the month of April, I grossed in total sales $1,753. Very good. Last month, if you were watching, I had a really good month, and my goal was to get as close to that month as possible. Historically, March has been a very successful month for me for reselling. Now, once you take out platform fees, cost of goods, any special promotions or such as discounts to offers and watchers, as well as free shipping, you get a much different number, and that number is $1,107.02. Still, overall, I'm happy to be making over $1,000. I am trying to push to increase that number by listing more, and we'll talk about that shortly. But before we do, let's talk about how many units I sold. 72 units. So I was hustling this month to make some money. That is a lot of units. I think I've been consistently between 45 to 50, I guess 50 units. So I am moving stuff. Having said that, my margin came in at 63%. Again, a little bit lower than usual, and my average sale price, which I try to have a goal of $20, but if I'm making a decent amount monthly, I'm less concerned about my average sale price. But my average sale price came in at $15.38. And again, all that's to be expected given that I am pushing through super strong promotions on some older items. I'm trying to encourage myself to take those items and do a whatnot sale or a live Poshmark sale. If you guys have done anything like that, please give me some encouragement in the comment section below. I've been on YouTube for quite some time, but I am a bit apprehensive about lives. My mouth can sometimes take me to places my brain's not ready to go. So I've been a little apprehensive about lives, but my goal is to try to move through some of this lower price pointed older inventory. So as of right now, I've taken about 60-70 items and listed them. They're already listed on all my platforms, but I lowered the price to $5 just to try to get them out the door. And so far I am seeing some success from that. So overall for this month, I put in my pocket $130.56 just on things that I sold out of my own closet. I really try to go out of my way to encourage you guys to sell things out of your closet. If you're not wearing it, sell it. That means I have $130 that I can go out and go buy some new fun things, which is always so exciting. Now, as we do around here, if you are a Sequels friend, you certainly know. If you're not a Sequels friend, hit that subscribe button, ring-a-ding-a-ling the bell that I always forget which side it's on, and become a Sequels friend. Subscribing means that you're always notified when I'm uploading new videos, and that means you're watching regularly, and Sequel friends know that I love to share my little handy dandy spreadsheets showing you sales by category, sales by platform. This one is sales by category. I list all of my categories and I highlight in beautiful Sequels pink the top performing categories. And check this out, guys. They are not categories that are normally my top performers. My top performing category was home goods, where I did 20% of my total unit sales in home goods and made 16% of my total dollars. And you will notice the other category, which is jewelry, in which I did 13% of my total unit sales and made 26% of my total dollar sales in jewelry. Yes, if you already know the numbers game, you are anticipating that there is going to be some fabulous jewelry bolos coming up soon. Now, sales by platform. Let's talk about that real quick. Put that handy dandy chart up here. Overall, my top performing platforms are as they normally are. eBay is always my top performer, doing 42% of the total dollar sales, followed by Poshmark, which did 37% of the total dollar sales. And Etsy and Mercari were pretty split even, with Etsy doing 11% and Mercari doing 10%. That is pretty standard. eBay is always my top dog, and if you're not on eBay, get you one of those cross-listing programs and get on over there. It is not overly complicated. You can find lots and lots of good eBay information. And if you want some eBay information, let me know what you're looking for in the comments, and I'll work on a video to share some of that. All right, guys, so now it's time. We're zip zapping right on through here. Now it is time to talk about the BOLOs. And first up is the first item that I sold in the month that made me over my $20 net goal. And that is this super cute vintage 1970s Glen Echo Sportswear tie knit top. I love this knit top. It's very secretary chic. It's very 70s vibe. You could also pair it with a pencil skirt and look very retro. It's hitting a lot of avenues. Definitely worth the pickup. And eagle eyes may remember that I did get this in the Goodwill bins. I listed it across all platforms, hoping to make $29 to $39. Sold it all in, including tax, on Etsy for $40.71, and ended up putting $28.70 in my pocket. Next up, an item that was gifted to my reselling business. Thank you so much, Sheila, for all of the items you've gifted towards my reselling business. I have taken quite some time to list this jewelry, as I needed to test the jewelry and to check if the diamonds were real and all these sorts of things. So I just procrastinated on listing it. And what a horrible thing to have done, because this item sold within the month of listing. They are a set of diamond and pearl interchangeable earrings. They are 10 karat gold in it. They are definitely diamond. And what I did was I used my little diamond finder and took a picture of it so that people, because how do people spend money on things like this online without knowing? So I took a picture of them showing that, as far as I could tell, these are real diamonds. And then I also used my jeweler's lens to try to zoom in on where it was marked with the 10 karat euro so that the customer could see that as well. I was hoping to make anywhere between $99 and $149 on this item. I ended up taking an offer on eBay, all in at $105.99, and put $79.87 in my pocket. I believe this was the same binge trip. Yes, based on the cost, this was the same binge trip that I got that tie knit top. This was this still is a Johnny Was, I believe it's called the Elise dress. And this is the first ever Johnny Was that I've ever found in my thrifting journeys. And I was so totally excited to find it. And then when I was sharing the video with you guys, sharing the item on video with you guys, I noticed a very pin size hole right in the back. It almost makes me think if it came from a tag. And I already had the item listed. So somebody had actually purchased it and I messaged them and said, hey, you just purchased this item. I just noticed it has a very pin size hole in it. Here's a picture of that pin size hole so that you know. And I am happy to offer this at a discounted price of, I don't know, they paid all in at $45.99. I spent $1.14 on this at the bins. So after everything was said and done, I put $28.11 in my pocket. Guys, I sold some of my curtains. I have been finding curtains like mad at the bins, and I have been picking them up. And the first ones that sold are my favorite. They are the vintage sheer lace curtains with the beautiful pink embroidery. They sold within 3 days of listing, and on Mercari of all places, I was hoping to make $39 to $59. I sold them all in at $59, and I had to pause there for a second because I didn't realize why I made so much money, but I forgot this must be after Mercari changed their fees. So I ended up putting $57.86 in my pocket. Here's another pair of curtains that sold, and another one that I was super excited about. These are the vintage Arbor Rose by Crossil 2-set curtain panel. These took less than a week to sell. Very country, cottage, chic, traditional, over maximalist, all those things you're starting to see come back into the home decor vibes. I was hoping to make $49 to $59. I sold these with an offer on eBay for $54.99 all in, and put $30.61 in my pocket. Another amazing bins find in the same day as the other bins items I was talking about. This is a gorgeous 80s Olga full length, full lace bust, what do they call it? Full sweep nightgown. And this one sold within a week of listing as well. I was hoping to make $69 to $89. I sold it all in on Etsy for $93.45 and ended up putting in my pocket $74.59. This is the jewelry piece, in addition to that other one, but this is the jewelry piece that really made sure that my jewelry category was at the top performing category for this month. And this is a white gold diamond cross necklace on a, what I believe was a sterling silver chain. Prices for this, you guys, doing comps were all over the place. So I was hoping to make $224 to $449. This is all coming back to me. I think I shared a short with this item on a Friday flip of the week video. I had so many likes on this, so many watchers, but nobody was pulling the trigger. I sent some offers, still nobody was pulling the trigger. Finally, somebody offered me on Poshmark $240 for this, and I went ahead and I took it and put $192 in my pocket. So this find was a great one. I picked it up 100% purely because, one, it's going to be cheap in the bins. Two, my partner offered it to me. And three, I love the pattern, only to get it home and realize it was Frank Lloyd Wright for MoMA. Pricing for this was a little bit all over the place as well. I was hoping to make $49 to $59. Within 2-3 days of, no, within 1 day of listing, somebody on eBay offered me $42.99 all in, and I just said, let's take it, let's turn it, let's flip it, let's go. And I put in my pocket $29.82. So if you see any of those MoMA scarves out when you're hunting in the wild, they are definitely worth the pickup. For this item, I spent $15. It is a new in the box, like a silicone terracotta color pendant light. It's had a lot of interest, a lot of likes. I've had people ask me if I have more than one. Unfortunately, there was only one, so that's the only one I have. It retails for $345. I think I started it out back in November when I first listed it, upwards of $200. After a few months, after 3 or 4 months, I ended up lowering the price. And at this point, I was hoping to make $59 to $99 on the item. Somebody on eBay offered me $64.99 all in, so I took it. And I ended up putting in my pocket $33.19 after the $7 cost of shipping and the $15 cost of goods. So I'm still very happy with that. Super easy pickup and a very, very super quick to photograph and list. Now, if you would have told me from my last binge trip that this would have been one of the first items to sell, I would not have believed you. I picked these up on a whim because they're cat and they're very 90s aesthetic. This is artistic apparel for Laura Birch, if I remember. The spelling is wrong on my spreadsheet, but I believe it was Birch. And they are the Feline Friends. It's, I believe, a night t-shirt, a nightgown, but I called it a dress or a nightgown in my listings. I sold this one on Etsy just within 2 weeks of listing. I was hoping to make $24 to $34. I ended up selling it all in at $42.66 and put $22.51 in my pocket. This, you guys, this is a vintage Michael Simon beaded sweater. You would have just seen this in my flip of the week this week. Sale value was anywhere between $49 and $124. I ended up taking an offer on eBay just within a day or so of listing for $83.99. Not only would I not have expected that this would have sold quickly, I really didn't think that the sister item would have sold just as quickly within just a week or so of listing. This is the other artistic apparel tag for Laura Birch. Nightgown, dress tee. This one ended up selling on eBay. I took an offer all in at $34.99. I was hoping to make $24 to $34. All in, I accepted an offer at $34.99 and I put $23.65 in my pocket. But I did end up making one more sale that net me over $20, and it is this just absolutely stunning vintage Battenberg lace linen tablecloth that I just shared with you guys in my Goodwill Bins update recap. This was another item that I sat on for a while. Tablecloths, I get so lazy with having to photograph them. It's not just like put it on a hanger, turn it, put it on a hanger, turn it. And it's not like put it on the mannequin, turn her 3 times, you're done. I have to like pull my table out, I have to photograph it. So I sat on it for a while, and I'm so disappointed that I did because it sold just within a few days of listing. I was hoping to make $39 to $59, but when somebody on Poshmark offered me $40 and I paid $1.40 for it, I said, let's do the deal, and I put $30.60 in my pocket. So let me know in the comment section, how were your sales for April? I hope that you are just jamming right along. I really do hope that they are working out for you. So let me know in the comment section below. Wow. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you next time with some more reselling content. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.